Just don't be racist. It's that easy.
2, 3, and 4. Count what you have now. Don't count what you don't have. Count what you have now.
Today we got a banger, and I know bangers. But before we continue, this drama does contain some racist themes. So if it's something you're not comfortable or you're not interested in watching, feel free to click off now. Now this might seem crazy what I'm about to say, but I'm not a drama channel. But every time I think the world is healing, Twitter always has to do something. Honestly, I sometimes shock myself with my ability to even find this type of stuff to begin with, because I guarantee that half of you guys had no clue this even happened, which is also part of the reason why I'm here, to keep you guys semi up to date on these slop dramas. But of the ones I've covered so far, this one might be the worst. Before we get fully into it, I want to thank you guys so much for 1K subs. It's still pretty crazy to me how quickly you guys got me here. I appreciate each and every one of you weirdos, and it feels corny, but if anybody's interested, I'll do a Q&A. Drop any questions you have in the comments, and if I get enough good ones, I might make a video on it. Today we're going to be talking about a popular artist on Twitter. They go by the handle xyanaid, which I'm just going to refer to as Xy, and at the time of recording they have around 142,000 followers. Now Xy is most well known for his art revolving around mixing popular entertainment mediums such as VTubers and anime with popular song artists, celebrity figures, etc. A lot of his most popular posts climbing well over 200,000 likes on Twitter with over millions of views. Needless to say, he was pretty influential and well known in the Twitter artist space. Like every artist I have on here though, I like to go through any relevant past, and that is really where the meat of this video comes from. I'm going to be referencing a lot from this popular thread on Twitter that has 23k likes, 2 million views. It's a very popular post. It's generally very disturbing, some of the stuff that he says here. So if you don't want to see that type of content, that's understandable, but that is what this drama revolves around, so we're going to have to go through some of this. Now I'm not going to go through every single post in this thread, just the ones that I think are personally the most egregious. Now other than all the posts where he just flat out calls himself a racist, we also have proof of bro just straight up being racist. Probably noticed that these screenshots were not posted on his Twitter. These screenshots came from his alt Facebook account, which I have no clue how bro thought this was okay. Any normal person can see this as just being straight up racist. I guess he just doesn't even have the smallest bit of social awareness, or just thought he would never get caught. I don't know, it's just so weird to me, like the more I think about this situation. Also, his Facebook, as far as I'm aware, is no longer public after these allegations. Now I say allegations, but they seem to be more facts because he's now apologized for these said allegations. Now in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I would not apologize for something I did not do, and especially as something as serious as this, where this has ended content creators' careers before. I'm not going to say it's going to end his, but it has definitely done it in the past. I wouldn't admit to something like this if I didn't actually do it. So that just leads me on to believe that this is something he did actually do. Now let's go over his apology here. Now he says here that he apologizes for posting slurs. Okay. He also says that he doesn't have anything against any specific race, which is but let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He also says here that unfunny jokes like the ones he made were hurtful. Brother, I don't think anybody who read that even thinks this is in the realm of jokes or dark humor at that. You are just a full-blown racist. But let's give him the benefit of the doubt again. A mutual of Xy's then commented on how he doubled down on his racist statements on his alt account, where Xy responded saying that he panicked and doubled down because he thought it was funny. I really want to give this person the benefit of the doubt, but when we have so many reoccurring circumstances of racist behavior, added with the fact that he literally doubled down a couple days before his apology, is this someone who would really change as a person, as the initial part of his apology suggests, or just pretend to be while being the same offline? Now there's no way to really tell, right? No one really knows, but if I was a betting person, personally, I would bet that he would not change based off of his continued actions. And the fact that when he did get exposed, his first response was just to admit "Yeah, I'm racist" on his alt leads me to believe that the only reason he apologized is because he got caught. Editing Suki here, and it turns out that he deleted his apology. As of right now, his apology is deleted off of Twitter. Now, I can only see two reasons why he would delete his apology. The first one is that it wasn't a genuine apology. He's kind of taking it back. Like, you know what? I actually don't want to apologize for this. That's the first one, him taking back his apology. The second reason would be that he wants people to forget about what he did or what has happened, which you can't do on the internet. Everything's here forever. This video is going to be here forever. The funny thing with the internet is that the internet never forgets. So now Xy goes ahead and drops this post on Twitter, which is like, okay, he's joking about himself getting canceled. He isn't really taking this situation that seriously, which I think he should, just based off of his size of following alone. But whatever, right? You can joke about it. Nothing inherently wrong with that. What I have an issue with is right underneath this tweet, Xy decides to underplay what he did, saying the N-word was corny, but Twitter MFs are addicted to my... Brother, that's not being corny. That's being a full-blown racist. Let's not underplay what you've said. Now, in some dreamland, let's give him the benefit of the doubt on everything. You know, these were all jokes, whatever. Acting like that will only push away any sort of normal following and will cultivate a community of people who are also, guess what, racist. And I was thinking in my head that in theory, this is how that would work. So I decided to go through a bunch of his comments, and it's actually true. You have a bunch of people who are straight up racists thinking it's okay to be racist because this big creator is racist as well. Like this is some sort of safe space. Now I laugh not because I think it's funny, but just really at the absurdity of this whole situation. It's actually extremely textbook, and on a real note, it is really sad to see that an influential artist in the community is acting like this and seemingly to have no remorse at all for their actions. I think that's about a full summary of this drama. I feel like I've given Xy as fair of a chance as humanly possible, but the court, being my channel, finds him guilty of all allegations. Personally, I have unfollowed this artist after all of this. I'm not going to tell you to unfollow them, but I will tell you to make a judgment based off of their actions alone. Moral of the story, just be a good person. It's not that hard.
Count what you have now, don't count what you don't.